Tonight marks 2 weeks since police say she was attacked while out for a run on the University of Georgia campus. And we checked the status of her accused killer, 26-year-old Jose Ibarra. Right now, he remains behind bars without bond, with no hearing scheduled in the near future. And as his case moves through the courts, as we saw in tonight's State of the Union address, it's also being used outside the courtroom as a focal point in conversations about immigration and border security. 11
Alive's Cody Alcorn spoke to Georgia Representative Mike Collins ahead of tonight's address. He's joining us live now. And Cody, we know Representative Collins' district includes the city of Athens, and he has been very outspoken about Laken's death.
Jennifer, that's right. Representative Collins introduced the Laken Riley Act, which passed with bipartisan support today in the U.S. House. Now, Collins has also paid for a couple billboards that will be going up just in time of the president's visit here to the city. The brutal killing of Laken Riley shocked the country. However, what's taken over the headlines is the fact her accused killer is in the country illegally. The focus shifting from the crime itself to immigration, the southern border, and political futures. On Thursday, the Laken Riley Act passed the U.S. House.
This bill is a simple three-piece bill.
Introduced by Georgia Representative Mike Collins.
It acknowledges the failure that we're having down on the southern border. It gives law enforcement the tools they need by adding theft to a reportable crime to ICE. And the third simple thing that it did was allow states to be able to take the DHS to court.
All 5 Georgia Democrats in the House voted against it.
When you have 37 Democrats join with 100% of the Republicans in the House, that sends a statement. That's not a partisan vote. That is bipartisan.
The bill now heads to the Senate.
Make sure that the Senate understands if you don't want to take it up, you need to explain that to the American people, because this is good legislation that will help our law enforcement out there.
Collins says he's making sure the White House understands.
We're not going to drop this. We're going to continue to fight.
Collins paying for these billboards, he says, are going up ahead of the president's visit to Atlanta on Saturday.
We haven't done anything without the family's approval to begin with.
While even advocates agree.
Our immigration system is broken, and it needs fixing.
Kyle Gomez Laneweber with Galileo says the solution should not be for political gains.
This legislation doesn't address the real issues related to immigration, the real issues related to national security, or the real issues related to violence against women.
Now, as I mentioned, the Laken Riley Act now goes to the Senate, which is controlled by the Democrats, and we will be monitoring that closely to see if they take it up and how they vote.
All right, Cody, thank you so much.